Hello everybody and welcome to the Infoverse today. I'm the Infomancer speaking and I'm happy to have you here in the Infinite Realm. Today I have another Booksie video for you. This is going to be one of the interesting reads that I found on Booksie. It was actually on the main page. It doesn't have too many reads, so that really says something for getting on the main page with only a few reads. And it was pretty interesting. It's very strange and different from what I normally read. It's classified as a short story, and it is, but it's kind of like a mix between a short story and a poem. Anyways, you'll see what I'm talking about as we go through this. So, it is called The Reaper, and it is a short story by QB Mckinney. And we can see it's got 175 views, 4 likes, 2 of something, and 6 comments. And our description is Life Carries On. So, the old man knew his time was getting shorter. He glanced over and observed his wife lightly snoring in the seat beside him, rocking gently with the bouncing of the moving vehicle. They had just locked up their house and were heading south for the winter season, trying to beat the cold weather. Midwest winters could be brutal. Mac had called his sons and told them to keep an eye on the place while they were away, and they both agreed. He didn't say how long they were going to be gone. It was better if they didn't know. The constant droning hum of the truck's tires, coupled with the occasional cadence caused by the ruts in the highway from all the years of 18-wheeler traffic. Mac understood why his wife was sleeping. He was getting drowsy himself. 1, maybe 2 years, was what the doctor had told him. Mac had never gone to the doctor for anything, saying, "I'm one of those old country boys. Ain't nothing wrong that a little whiskey can't fix." But his wife had convinced him to go and get checked out when he was tired all the time and was beginning to have spells of forgetfulness. She really got worried when he stopped riding his motorcycles. "You can't keep putting this off, honey," Jackie had told him. "Maybe you just need some vitamins." He loved his wife's optimism. She could find a silver lining in a tornado. Old Mac wished that vitamins could fix what was ailing him, or better yet, whiskey. All the years of hard work for what? His pocket buzzed, about the same time the volume on the radio lowered, signaling that he had an incoming call. Mac pressed the answer button on the steering wheel. "What's up?" "Hey, Dad." The voice came across the speaker so clear that it sounded as if the person was sitting in the back seat. "We found it, the journal." Jason sounded like he had been crying for hours, his voice raspy and choked. "We didn't know you were sick." Mac picked up the phone and disconnected the Bluetooth. "Your mother doesn't know, and I would appreciate it if she don't find out like this," he said tersely. He rubbed his left temple in small circular motions, inhaling through his nose and slowly exhaling through his mouth. He continued. "I wanted to break the news to her when we got settled in, maybe a day or 2. How did you find out?" "Joshua and I were moving some of your old books, to use your study as a gaming room and spare bedroom. I went downstairs to find a snack and accidentally moved the bar." "I'm sorry," Jason finished. Mac was concentrating on driving so intently that all he caught was books, gaming, bar, sorry. He hated when people talked on the phone while driving, and here he was doing the very thing that would send him into a tirade. Although he only picked up on certain key words of the conversation, that was enough. "I was going to let you all know about the bunkers in a few days. We'll talk later about this. I'm driving and your mother is waking up." "Okay, have a safe trip and call as soon as you get there. Tell Mom I said hi." Then the connection was broken. "Where are we now?" Jackie asked in a voice which sounded like she just left the dentist's office after having her dental work. "About 50 miles south of Little Rock, Arkansas," Mac replied, putting on his right turn signal. "Are you ready to stretch your legs a little?" "Yes, and maybe grab a few snacks. I'm getting kind of hungry. How long was I asleep?" Yawning and stretching, Jackie shifted her weight, making herself more comfortable. An impish smirk sneaked across Mac's lips. "You went to sleep shortly after I backed out of the driveway." Staring at his reflection in the mirror, Mac summed up the situation at hand. Tell Jackie about the tumor. Tell the kids. Get on with life. It sounded cold and calloused when he put it that way, but there wasn't a need to sugarcoat the facts. The doctor had given him 2 or 3 years at most, and he didn't plan on wasting a lot of time wallowing in self-pity, nor did he want his family all droopy-faced and tiptoeing on eggshells on his behalf. I came into this world kicking and screaming. I plan on going out the same way." Mac didn't know if it was the fact that a 6'6", 250-pound man was talking to himself, or the statement of kicking and screaming that caused the guy in one of the stalls to leave hastily. It was apparent from the wet spot on his khakis that he didn't wait to finish his task at hand, which made Mac laugh harder than he had laughed in months since getting diagnosed. Ah, the simple things in life. A single teardrop fell from her lashes. Mac caught it in his palm, gazing in amazement at how it reflected the orange glow of the evening sun. "When were you going to tell me?" was all she could muster, never looking up at him. Blabbermouth. I knew Jason couldn't keep a secret. He also knew that Jackie and the kid shared a special bond. She always seemed to know when something was amiss with one of them. She must have called to check on him, and he spilled his guts. He couldn't have told her much, Mac thought, because I didn't put everything in the journal. Or did I? He rubbed his temple, trying to find the right words to use. Sliding the food away from them on the table, the gentle giant slid into the booth next to his little guardian angel. He stared out the truck stop window for a moment, took a deep breath, and recited the story, starting with the doctor's visit. "So I figured we would chase warm weather as long as we can," Mac finished. His head had stopped throbbing, but now his eyes were stinging from forcing back the tears. "Excuse me, sir. I haven't eaten in days. Could you spare some change?" Mac looked up to find his... Mac looked up from his thoughts. I'm still messing it up. "Excuse me, sir. I haven't eaten in days. Could you spare some change?" Mac looked up from his thought travels and noticed the gaunt face of the gentleman asking for a handout. He looked tired and weather-worn, his hair disheveled but finger-combed as if he attempted to make himself presentable before approaching. There was a mixture of wariness and compassion in his eyes, which made Mac recall something he had read in his youth. "Inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me." Here, you can have this," he said, sliding the burgers and fries to the man. "God bless you," the man said, taking the food to another booth and sliding into it. Mac was watching as the man began devouring the meal, shoving french fries into his mouth as fast as he could. He felt a warm kiss on his cheek. "That's why I love you so much," Jackie said, squeezing his arm. Let's get these last miles behind us." "I agree. I really wasn't hungry anyway." Standing and stretching, Mac wanted to get back on the road and lost his thoughts again, the sooner the better. This break was just what he needed to feel rejuvenated. Taking his wife by the hand, he helped her from the booth, and they walked towards the exit. After playfully hoisting Jackie into the pickup truck, he closed the door and walked around the back, visually inspecting the tires as he went. This was a habit he had picked up while riding motorcycles for decades, and he had never lost it. He hopped in the driver's seat, started the engine, and put the vehicle in gear, pointing in a southwestern direction and merging into the oncoming traffic. The sun was just beginning to turn the sky a reddish blue, blue being the base color of its canvas, with wisps of clouds accenting the scene. "No worries, man," he thought to himself as he turned on the radio. Perfect timing to catch the opening riff to an old tune. "All our times have come, here but now they're gone. Reasons don't fear the reaper, nor do the wind, the sun, or the rain. We can be like they are. Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper. Baby, take my hand, don't fear the reaper. We'll be able to fly, don't fear the reaper. Baby, I'm your man. La 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 la." Valentine is done. Here but now they're gone. Romeo and Juliet are together in eternity. Romeo and Juliet. 40,000 men and women every day, like Romeo and Juliet. 40,000 men and women every day. Redefine happiness. Another 40,000 coming every day. We can be like they are. Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper. Baby, take my hand, don't fear the reaper. We'll be able to fly, don't fear the reaper. Baby, I'm your man. Love of two is one. Here but now they're gone. Came the last night of sadness, and it was clear she couldn't go on. Then the door was open and the wind appeared. The candles blew and then disappeared. The curtains flew and then he appeared, saying, "Don't be afraid. Come on, baby," and she had no fear. And she ran to him, and they started to fly. They looked backwards and said goodbye. She had become like they are. She had taken his hand. She had become like they are. Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper. Come on, come on, come on. La 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 la. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I guess that's Blue Oyster Cult. Don't fear the Reaper. That's the story there. Like I said, it's rather interesting. It's very unique. I haven't really come across a story like this one where it combines the poem or music or whatever along with the story itself, and it's an interesting story. I feel like more could have been added into it. He skips in certain places, like when he goes from the bathroom to her crying. I feel like he could have had stuff in there about the call maybe, and I don't know, some things were missed, but overall it was really good. I enjoyed reading it, and that's why I chose to make a video about it for you guys. And obviously I'm not the only one, because despite its low view number or view count, it did end up on the main page of Booksie. Copyright 2017 by QB Mckinney. Definitely go check out some of his other stuff. There's definitely some good stuff here, and I thought I'd show you guys the comments so you could see the kind of reviews it's gotten. So we had from Oleg Roshin on Sunday, July 23rd, 2017 at 9:59 p.m. Beautifully written, emotionally engaging, touching story. In all honesty, I can't find anything to criticize here. From the sad introduction to the wonderful ending, it works on all levels. Fantastic work, Quentin. This goes on the shelf right now. And his response was, thank you for the kind words. Now that is a really nice review. Like I said, I found stuff to criticize, though, not in a mean way, but not criticize, but critique. Like I said, he could definitely add some more. There's some scenes that I feel he's missing, and he could add more to it. And I don't know how I feel about that poem or song or whatever this is. It's not bad, but it's just not my cup of tea. That's more of a personal thing, though, not really a critique. But definitely really good. But of course, everything needs a little more work, and that's what the point of these websites is to find what you need to work on. And so, if you are watching this video, QB Mckinney, I would suggest maybe filling in some of those scenes and elongating it a little more. And also more of a personal thing, but I would add a little bit of more dialogue in there. But anyways, moving on, we have a comment from Aquarius. I guess the star sign itself has come down to read this video. To read this story. Thank you for sharing this moving story with us. I believe that the Angel of Death is a group of angels. None of them has anything in common with the images of the Grim Reaper we know from days gone by. The countenance of these angels is kind and loving, and they radiate nothing but love. When we are ready to leave our physical body behind, one of them comes to our spirit and soul. Taking the hand of our astral body, it wraps its wings of golden light around us and moves us to the world of light, humankind's true home, from which emerge at the beginning of each new lifetime and return to at the end of it. With love, Aquarius. So this guy's getting all philosophical and religious and stuff, it seems. I'm not going to break that apart. Thank you for reading and sharing your amazing insight on our continued existence. I also share the belief that this level is our training ground for our next level of existence. People fear the unknown, and to most death is a certain end, but they fail to see the new beginning. Again, getting kind of off my area. Anyways, the next one. Awesome story. I love how you added the song that fit so well with the title and the story. And see, that's interesting. This person has a different view than me. I didn't personally like the poem, but this person does, or song apparently. So that just shows that it is a personal thing and not so much a critique, but just a personal opinion. And yes, it's I actually really like the idea of adding in the song or the poem or whatever it is with the short story and combining them. I think that's really interesting and good. I haven't really seen that done outside of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, so I really enjoy that, and apparently this person did too. M.H. Davis, I guess. And, I forgot to mention on the last one, we were looking at July 26th, and then it jumps to Friday, September 21st. So, it jumped quite a bit. Next, did I read his reply? I don't think so. His reply to that is, thank you. It was part of the inspiration for the story. The song was playing when I began writing it, so I felt it appropriate to add it to the story. Glad you enjoyed it. Okay, so I guess it really is a song by Blue Oyster Cult. I'm not familiar with their music, so I don't don't know how that song goes. I'm sure I butchered it when I read it. I apologize for that, guys. But that's interesting to know. However, if that's the case, I would definitely say in the description you need to let people know that you used Blue Oyster Cult song, and they're not just listed at the end, but mention it in the description for a whole copyright thing. just an idea. Next we have Mystery Club. Nice story. Wish you could make it a movie, but nice. No response. Oh, that must be why there's no response. The same comment got posted twice for some reason. And yeah, he's got a response to the second one. So, and this was on September 2nd, and to the nice story, wish you could make it a movie, but nice, he said, "Thank you, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think I'll stick to writing and leave the movie to professionals." Laugh out loud. And that's good to see that he recognizes that, yes, people are enjoying it, and yes, you should take credit for that, but this isn't really at the professional level yet. Not to say that he couldn't get there or she couldn't get there. This author can definitely get to that point if that's what they choose to go after, but it's good that they recognize that there is room for improvement before that is a realistic opportunity or option. However, this is a very good basis, and I would like to see if it was gone through and expanded exactly what it would be and if it would not be movie material. Anyways, and then here you have my comment. I am Malaxter on Booksie, and I said, I enjoyed the story. Would you mind if I featured it on my YouTube page? And the response here, I of course would not feature a story or poem or anything on my page that other people did not give me permission to use. So I waited for a response, and the response here is, that would be awesome. Send me a link to the finished product. I would love to see it. I'm glad you enjoyed the story. And I very much did, sir or ma'am. I'm not sure. But whatever. I did enjoy the story. Other people have too, and hopefully more people will continue to enjoy this story because it's very interesting and good and just thoroughly enjoyable. And I hope that I'm not the only person to think so, but that anybody viewing this video thinks so. You should check out the original. It's always good to help the original content get views and likes and comments and stuff, and to let the author know what you think. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, maybe also leave likes and comments on my video as well as QB Mckinney's story. Anyways, I hope that you guys have a good one, and I look forward to seeing you here again in the Infinite Realm on whatever videos I decide to do next time. And I will see you later.